Hello, welcome to this third episode of the Red Thread Knitting Podcast. So, I am in Luxembourg. I arrived here, almost 2 months ago now. And although you did not get the first and second episode until when I had arrived here, because I did not have time to edit and publish before I left. But I am here now, and it is a beautiful place, Luxembourg. We have the city that is built in 2 levels, and we have the country where I live. I have approximately an hour by bus, although it stops like everywhere, so if I took the car it would be like maybe half an hour. But here by the Mosel river, and it is so beautiful here. I have to show you some pictures in the end of this episode. So welcome. Today I am wearing my villain, but in the PetiteKnit version that I made. I actually it has been done for some weeks now, but you know how it is. I blocked it yesterday. I've thought it's like too cold to wear it now, but here it's warm. So sorry about the not very autumnly or wintry season vibe here, because this is a linen yarn, but it's done. I like it, and I will talk about some Christmas gifting projects later on, so I hope it will even out, you know. Anyway, I blocked this yesterday, and I cannot stand up right now, but it evened out just perfectly, and it's quite spacey. The arms are the perfect length, I must say, and we end off with this beautiful I-cord edge, it is called. I just wonder why it's called that. Maybe because it looks like an I, like the letter I. Although I need to do that. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I actually I filmed how to make the I-cord edge. If you want to see it, I had never done it before. I found it actually quite fun to do it. It's a bit, you have to, it takes some time, but it's like meditative. So you can watch that if you want to. Maybe I should say something about what we are going to do today. I will start with talking about what I am wearing. Then we will go on to the finished objects. And the work in progress, and finally some acquisitions. So this pattern is, I would say it's very fun to do. You start with the neckband back here, and make a border from which you work around afterwards, and it has this beautiful shoulder, and this very nice V-neck. I was a bit conscious about the V-neck. I didn't want it to be too deep, so I started the knit around piece earlier, to make it not that deep. Although now when I've blocked it, I would say it's a bit too deep. But I guess I'll try and wear it and feel how it feels. I can always knit this together, maybe. So you can always have something under, like this. Anyway, I really like it. It is a very nice pattern, well written, I would say, although I did not do the beautiful knit and purl mixing that is in this pattern. I only did the stockinette stitch, but so I cannot say how easy that is to read, but it was easy for me to understand what to do. Yeah, fun to wear this linen yarn. It softened up quite a lot from the first blocking. I've heard that linen is getting softer by every time you wash it, so looking forward to that. And now we do have a red thread. Yay! Okay. All right. So let's get on to this first semi-finished project. Since I do have 2 feet, I cannot say that this is finished because I only have 1 sock, but it is done since the last time. It went well if you count how it looks now. It also has got, I think, 2 or 3 heels, because I had to redo it, because I once again read the heel flap instructions wrong. You're supposed to do the pattern every second time, and I did it every time, so it gets super stiff and not at all as flexible as this. And it also got 2 toes, because the first time I had knit too short with this beautiful colored hand-dyed yarn called Hedlund Lakris, obviously raspberry and licorice. So I had to do the toe again after putting some more Hedlund Lakris to the foot. But now it is perfection, and yeah. This yarn up here, and on the heel and on the toe. It is bamboo and wool combination that is super soft. Super soft. Really like it. So this hallonlakrits sock, I should say it's also I've followed the pattern for the Crazy Sock Ladies vanilla sock on 9-inch circular needles. I used 2.25 millimeter needles, and I would say it's a good size for me for the way I knit, because I knit quite loose. Maybe you could use yeah, so that's the church. Maybe you could use, or I could use a smaller needle for this, actually, because it's not too see-through, but still a bit. But then it would take longer. So this is perfect. Yep. I will return to something perfect later on, but that sock will now have to wait, I think, until I'm further gone with my gift knits, because it's soon to be December, and I aim to make some gifts anyway, which is fun. It just means that I can't do everything, even though I sometimes think I can. So you know what? The next one I will talk about, I don't have it here. I have made a hat, and I will definitely show you over there. But I would like to talk about it because it's quite a fun story, actually. Last Christmas, I aimed to make a few gifts as well. It was my first Christmas as a knitter, and I had no idea about quite a lot of things concerning knitting. So I tried to make a hat. I say tried to. It turned out to be a hat. I tried to make a hat for my boyfriend. It turned out to be a hat for my mother-in-law, who definitely deserves a hat, and it fits her perfectly. It's just that it did not fit my boyfriend. He has been very cute using it anyway. Until now that I made him a new one in the right size for him. So I used the Bunnell hat. It's a pattern. Obviously, it's a pattern by this person, and I made it when I started it last Christmas. I felt I wanted to make another kind of a pattern, the colorwork pattern. So I actually made my own. Of course, I'm super sure that someone else has done exactly this before, although I hadn't seen it, and I made it myself in Excel, which was quite fun, and it made me feel like it's super personal for him, or for them. For them, my mother-in-law and my boyfriend. So I made it in Rauma Finull. I had never used that before, and I never, yes, I had made a colorwork yoke before, but that's the only thing. So last year, by Christmas time, I did not know that much about how my way of knitting is. I had been knitting for not even a year, and now I know that I am quite a loose knitter, which means I do need to go down some needle sizes to get gauge. Then I used the recommended needle for that kind of yarn. It's not written for the Rauma yarn, but it's the same size. So, and it got quite loose in the it was like see-through kind of when I knitted bottom up. So somewhere around, if I started knitting here, you know, on the hat, somewhere around here, maybe here, I realized, wouldn't it be nicer to knit it in a smaller needle? So I changed needles, and that was a mistake, because it got very nice. It looks very nice, but it made the hat a lot smaller right there. So anyway, I tried blocking it out a lot, but it's still both a bit tight and a bit short for my boyfriend's head. So I promised him on the Christmas Eve, when he opened that gift, that I will make him a new one. And I have been aiming to. It's just you have so much to do, right, as a knitter. So now that he was coming here, I made a new one. And he got it and brought it home with him. And this one fits a lot better. So what I did was I used the needle that I found was beautiful for the yarn and the colorwork pattern. I used 3.0 millimeter needles for the colorwork part, and 2.5 millimeter needles for the rib in the bottom. For his size, I cast on more than the biggest size of the Bunnell hat says. So I cast on 140 stitches and made the rib in 2x2, and then I increased to 154 stitches to make the colorwork pattern, which is in 14 stitches by 14 stitches. And then also in the Bunnell hat original, you make 1.5 repetition of the colorwork pattern set. But I made two whole pieces of that. And I used the beautiful kind of star shape that is made in the Bunnell hat for the top. I thought that was so nice, and he liked it as well. So something to say about the yarn, Rauma Finu. I used the white yarn and kind of petrol blue. It's very interesting because in some lights it looks green and in some lights it looks deep dark blue. But I remember from knitting with it last time, and I realized when I was knitting the rib that, oh my god, this blue one, blue-green color, it would be leaking, because I got blue color on my hands while knitting it. So before I did the colorwork section, I actually washed the blue yarn and also my rib that I had knit. And as you may see on a picture here, it really leaks a lot. I don't know, I think I heard someone say that Rauma Finu does not leak. Well, this one does. Just a heads up. It's fine by me, it's just good to know it. And I washed the whole ball of yarn and let that dry before making the section, because you don't want the white to get blue, right? No. All right, let's move on. So now I might have to say that the some of you who are watching, maybe if you are watching and you are someone in my family, you should maybe stop watching now. Because I like surprises, and also I really want to talk about this here. So thank you for watching. Bye bye. So let me just change. Here we go. I have made a Christmas gift. When I take the bus in the morning and in the evening, it's often dark because it's long working hours, and yeah, it is getting darker now, right? So I like to have something preferably stockinette stitch, because I don't want to look at my hands, because I do need to look at the road, because I'm one of them who needs to look at the road while going through all of these tiny villages and curly roads. So, and also this has been a company for me on some presentations that we have had to listen to. Very interesting, of course, very interesting. But it is, as you might agree on, I don't know, do you agree on that? When I knit, I can listen better for a long time. It keeps me kind of awake all the time. So I have made a Oslo hat in the yarn that I showed you the last time, the Pixie Dust from Olivia and Oliver Fibers. It's a DK yarn. This one is the DK version, and yeah, it looks like this. I don't know, do you see it? I have not blocked this yet. It might be good to even it out a bit more, but I like it. It was actually I wasn't sure. Okay, honestly, I didn't think about it while starting this one, that the yarn might run out, because I had only 100 gram of DK weight yarn, and I used 3.0 millimeter needles as the pattern for the original, not the Mohair edition, Oslo Hat uses. And I think they use more than 100 grams because they hold 2 threads together. I think they say you need approximately 150 grams, but you might not use all of it. I didn't use all of it when I made my first one. Anyway, I made one for myself some time ago. I made one for myself when I had just started knitting, and that one got too big for me. And I would say, a bigger head than the person who is going to get this one. And also I think I wanted to make a somewhat smaller brim. So this one is a bit smaller here, lower, not too many stitches. It's supposed to be, I think, 20 centimeters, but I made it 15 centimeters, 15.5 centimeters. And then I started knitting on the hat body. And it's good. It's good. I would like to say something about the top here. I made some changes because I like the way it looks. In the original, PetiteKnit is the one who has made that pattern. For the decreases, she uses 2 different ways for the right side and the left side to decrease. But I like one of them more, so I tried to make it equal on both these sides. Actually, I could show you. Hang on. So here we have one that I made before. This is the Mohair edition. But here I made the decreases as in pattern, and maybe you can see here that, let's choose one that it shows. Maybe this one. Here you can see that this side, let's see, this side has kind of, you can see that one of the stitches leans more into the middle, if you say that's the middle, than is made on that side. Because here it's just kind of ordinary decreasing, and here it is like detail. So this is super small things, but I wanted to see if I could make it the same way on both sides, and I think I I think I did. Now it is like this. So what I did is, I have to look. So the way I like it, that is written in the pattern, is to lift one as if to knit, knit one, and pull the loose stitch over the just knitted one. And how do you do that backwards then to make it lean to the same way, or the opposite way? Then I did a knit one, slip one as if to knit, put both of them together, put both of the just moved 2 stitches back on the left hand needle and pull the second one over the first one. That makes the second one lean into the first one, and then we get the pattern like that. And it's fun because I fell in love with this colorway, as I said the last time, and it has been a joy to knit it. But when this person who will get this for Christmas, when she saw that yarn in the hank, she really fell in love with it, and she said that is the perfect yarn and that is the perfect colors, and she really liked it. So I cannot not give this to her now. Also, it would fit like this on me. Oh, this is fun. Which is, I mean, fine, but she has dark hair and brown, beautiful eyes. So, I mean, this color, if you have brown eyes, brown hair, I hope she will like it. Okay, let's move on. Whoa, I have not said anything about this. No, because that's when I wrote my my notes. It was still a work in progress, but now I'm done. Okay. So I have to fasten the ends, right? To fasten. I have to weave in the ends, right? But I consider it finished because I can't knit on it anymore because now it's off my needles. And this is the first ever shawl that I have made. Yay! Wow. Look at this. Yeah, it can't fit all in the same time. So this is the last bit of it. This is the Mischief shawl that I have knit. I got the pattern to test knit in Swedish. It's also published in English. And it was a joy to knit it, definitely. Unfortunately, I had not yet realized my problem with the yarn overs while knitting all of this beautiful. It's supposed to be more holes than this. I think it's fine, it's beautiful, but it's not the way it's supposed to be. So I'm a bit sad for the the creator who made this Brixton Purl. But sorry, I made what I could, and at least in this last part it's enough holes, big enough holes. So there are 3 different yarns in this. I've told you before, but I say it again. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4. It's 4 different yarns. And this, so this pink Mohair yarn is hand dyed from Myrans maskor in Sweden. This one is hand dyed from Limo Design in Sweden. And this one is Filcolana Arvetta in one of the brown colors. And this one is, both of them are merino. I do not know what this is because I bought it. I thrifted it. Yeah. But it's very soft. I'm curious if it's even wool, but yeah. So my shawl is done. It's good because it's starting to get cold even here in Luxembourg. All right. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next one. As you might hear, we are on to the whips now. Today I want to show you, this is actually also a Christmas gift for the last Christmas. I gave my dad a gift card so he could choose what he wanted me to make for him. And he said, I want the same one as my brother got. So finally we are doing this. This is the Sunset Mesa Cowl. And I would say I have kind of a, maybe, no, not even a third, maybe 1/4 quarter of the pattern left to do. I was aiming to send him this for Father's Day. In Sweden it's in November, but I couldn't make it in time. I'll give him this whenever it's finished. I want him to stay warm as well, of course. I knit this in 2 blue colors of it is called Malabrigo worsted yarn. And it's not the biggest difference in the colors. So if I would have chosen, you know, white and blue or something that has more contrast, it would of course show better. But I did want it to be a bit discreet. And I think it gets quite beautiful. I try to wrap this as well, like every three stitches, but I find it super difficult to keep this evenly stretched. So it's not, I'm actually not at all glad for this bubbly things. Might be because I've been trying to knit this on the bus and it's difficult to keep the both yarns stretched all the time, but hey, it will keep me warm, and I get to work on my color work skills, and hopefully it will even out when I block it. We will know that soon. This yarn as well, since I've been knitting with it before, because it's also exactly the same yarn that I did the one to my brother in. I know that this blue also bleeds a lot, but it doesn't matter that much when I knit the two blue together. So it was no problem with the one I did for my brother. But I saw when I washed it, and I see it on my hands when I knit with it, that it bleeds. So yeah, I'll keep on working on that one. I also have two more gift knits on the needles right now. This one is fun. All of my knitting is fun, of course, but I bought this interesting yarn. I have not tried that before, and I haven't knitted so many socks before either. This is the Regia Perfect yarn that comes with this yellow thread that shows where to, I think. I don't know if it's more yellow inside, because as I said, I haven't. Yeah, it looks like it's more yellow inside. So I think it will show when to start the next sock. And I've watched some videos about this when I was about to say Arlen Carlos, but they're called not that. It's Arne, of course, and Carlos, when they talk about the yarn and how to knit with it. They say that it's you're meant to be able to knit socks of a very big size. So there's more of the toe color than you need for ordinary sizes. So then the yellow will come to show now the blue is finished. It's time to start with the rib again. So I started with the rib, and when the in this case the gray is done, I think there. No, that's not true. Oh well, it's true, kind of true. I set a marker here just to remember where the start of the round is, because I didn't want to accidentally lose it while just knitting round. So I put that there. So when the color change, now it is time to start knitting in stocking knit to make the leg of the foot. And now I am knitting on the leg, and it's a fun color change. It makes this nice pattern. I'm curious what pattern it makes in other sizes, because it's different amount of stitches depending on which size you make, right? So I make a size, I think it's 40 EU sizes, 43, 45. This is the label, and on the back side of the label there's an instruction. I did not see that until I took it off. So you have to start knitting from the inside of the ball. They say it's very important, just because what I said about the toe part. Otherwise you get a super long rib, and then if you make the foot as the leg, and then you make the heel as the heel, and then the yarn for that is made for the leg comes as the foot, and the rib part is always this much yarn, so it will only make I think kind of a tiny toe part, so it won't fit for the larger sizes then. So that's why it's important to knit from the inside, I understand. And here it says how many stitches to cast on for different sizes. So I make the 44-45 size for this one, and that makes a different stitch count than in the Crazy Sock Ladies pattern. So I will see how that works out. I don't know, but I really hope it will fit. I will have to ask how long to make the foot, but I'm on it anyway. So this is a very good knit on the bus and on some informative sittings on my job. So perfect. In one way we're into acquisitions now, because when I was in the closest from here and biggest from here town in Germany, because I live just by the border between Luxembourg and Germany, I found this tweed yarn that I really liked. It's a beautiful color and it's fun with the speckles that keeps going. I didn't know if I wanted to make a sock or something else, so I bought two tweed Mylan White by Lana Grossa. I would say they like Lana Grossa here. I am planning to take you to some knitting yarn stores around here, and when I go for trips I'll be back about that. But this one I found, it's very soft. It is 100 grams, 420 meters, so it's fingering sock yarn, 80% virgin wool and 20% polyamide, machine washable. So this one, when I saw it, I thought of one person because it's her color. And then I decided to make a hat, and I started off using the Oslo Hat again to make the brim. So this is how far I've come. So this is, you make the brim and then you knit. So this is the way it's going to sit later on. Now I knit to like the inside here. Oh dear, it's Yeah, so I knit the inside. It's gonna get up here, and then it's going to be, yeah. But then I was kind of finished with the knitting everything in plain stockinette. So, and I really wanted to make something more of this. So I went to Ravelry. If you don't know what that is, it is a website where you can create an account. It's for free, and you can find a lot of patterns and a lot of yarn, and you can search for patterns by the size of the needle you want to use, or the size of the yarn. If you want to have 2 strands held together, if you want to have what kind of if you want to make a sweater, or if you want to make a hat, or if you want to make everything you can choose. And there's so many patterns there. So I went there and I looked for hats, and there's a top list kind of, and I found that one that is called, I have to look, that is called Antler Toque. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry, but it's made by PetiteKnit, and it has cables, and it is it's also a free pattern, so you can just download it from there. I use this. I since I started out with the Oslo Hat, and I hope and I think that this is a site that would work for this person I have in mind. Otherwise I'll just have to make another one, right? So I knit this with 3.5 millimeter needles, so it's a bit bigger than the other Oslo Hat that I made. And I also hold 2 strands together doing this. So I just have to get on with the cables to understand how that works, and then I have to sit down to do that for a tiny bit of time, which I kind of never seem to have, but I will get to that as well. Now let's go to this corner. When I bought that red yarn, I also found it in blue. So I got this blue. I will see what to make with that. I have some thoughts, but we'll see. So as I said earlier, I had my birthday, and I got a few knitting related things. I'll just show you this one, the Chiagu needle sets. I got the I got the small set, 13 centimeters. I'm questioning if I maybe should have gotten the 10 centimeters. I thought the 13 was the original, or like good base to have, but I find it difficult to knit. This is the here I use it because it's so very long. It kind of doesn't really. I can't. It's not in the round because it's so long. Well, but I'm so super glad for this. Now I have 2 sets and I can knit as much as I want. I also wished for this yarn, which was brought to me from Sweden as well. Fritidsgarn. So this is Fritidsgarn from Sandnes Garn. This is the colorway 8571. I got 5 of these and I got 5 of this one. And I do, this is the colorway 4071. It's a nice brown, chocolatey color. I have plans for this, but I will get back to that another day. Maybe you can guess. I also wished for this one. This is the Sandnes Garn. It's in Norwegian, I would say, isn't it? There's no text. Oh, there's some text. I haven't got the time to sit down and look at it. So it is, yes, it is in Norwegian. It's called, this theme, number 75, is called Norske ikoner, Norwegian icons. And it's a lot of iconic Norwegian patterns. And I chose this one because it's it contains both female and male sizes, which is interesting because I am planning to make something for my boyfriend, and I do not know yet how to what to think about, what I have to think about to make it something for someone with broader shoulders than me. So this is also really nice. I would love to make more some of this someday. Very fun to have and to use. As I was saying the last time, I do have this beautiful Surrey silk. It's the alpaca and silk yarn. That's from the Oliver Fibers hand dyed. The softness is crazy, but I've been trying to find something to hold together with this to make it a sweater. And I have been looking and looking and looking, and finally I found something that I think might work. I have a pattern in mind. I will talk about that another time. But I found this. We're once again onto Lang yarns. Lang, what's that? No, that was Lana Grossa, sorry. This is Lang yarns. And this is the alpaca sock 6-ply easy wash. This is also very soft. Maybe you can see it has a bit of what do you say? Aura. The fluff. It's very soft. It is 150 grams per ball, and I took 3 balls just to be sure not to run out of it, to have a whole big sweater. I hope it will last. So this is 390 meters per 150 grams. this is then 70% alpaca, superfine alpaca, and 30% nylon. I hope it will work. We'll know soon enough, soon enough. I look forward to cast that one on. Now I can, because I have the yarn. Although I do have something else to prioritize, since it's, as said, soon to be December. All right. I actually kept something. I've ordered some beautiful things. I can show this one because I have not opened it. I am the kind of person who always keep my favorite candy for the last, and I have no problems waiting to open gifts, or because I really love to have something I can just go and look at it and I know, oh, I have that for later. Okay. So there's no problem for me to not open this interesting box. Oh my god, I'm looking forward to this. So this is the Simply Sweet Advent Calendar by Olivia and Oliver Fibers. And now that I've been knitting with one of them in the hat, I'm so looking forward to this. So it's not opened, it's sealed, and it will keep sealed until the 1st of December. But I do have some things that I have not opened. I have had it for maybe 2 weeks. Not really 2 weeks. I really wanted to open it when it is bright outside, and I'm never home when it's bright outside, unless in the weekends. And now it is weekend, and now, since I hadn't opened it yet, I thought, why not open it live, right? So I have been ordering some. I've done this before. I've been out as a patron. Now I'm a patron again, and I like the yarn. I like the colors, and I felt like, yeah, it's time again. Now it is time again to buy some Nutiden yarn. So I have this. This is, yeah, let's start with this one. This is a colorway called Trapp, as in Tripp Trapp Trull. Yeah, so basically they made 3 different kind of gray yarn, and they named them by brightness. Tripp, trapp, trull, as we say in Swedish. Like 1, 2, 3. Tripp, trapp, trull. Often in different sizes, I would say. But this is in different colors, and I chose the Tripp, trapp, the middle one. Because why not? In Sweden we always choose lagom, right? No, I thought it was a very nice color, and I really wanted to make like a vest or something. Okay, shall we open? Oh, you can hear how the yarn is growing inside when it got air. Wow. Oh, it's so soft. It's crazy. So this yarn you can smell, and it is not making me react as I did in the last episode. It smells really good, actually. So this is the Trapp. Yeah, it's kind of a deep deep gray, middle gray, and I got 300 grams of that. Lovely, lovely. All right. I also got this one. Let's just do this. This one is called Special. And it's a white, kind of white gray. It has this tiny speckles of different colors. What I can see right now is tiny spots of green, blue and red. And possibly some yellow as well. Oh, interesting. You never know how they really look in real life until you get it right. In this light, I get kind of a somewhat green feeling of all of this yarn. More green than, not more green than white, but it looks like, I'm sorry, it looks a bit dirty. Don't you think? Yeah, okay. I'm sure it will be a beautiful thing, a beautiful project, beautiful. I love to knit with this. Oh, it's the best thing to knit on before going to sleep, because it smells good and you have to knit quite carefully and it feels good, and you get it's some oil left, I believe, so it's you get some fat on your hands and it's good for the dry hands. Okay, let's go on to the next and the third and the last one. I am so curious about this one. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, this is perfection. This is perfection. Oh, wow. I should have bought more. Wow, this purple. Oh no, it looks like white or something. It's not. I would say it's not. It's super deep purple. It's super deep purple. Lilac. Lilac might be the better. Wow. 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 This is a color for me. Oh, I got 300 grams of this as well. Super nice. Thank you, Antler Toque, for making this yarn. Oh dear, that was a long one, wasn't it? I'm sorry they're so long. I would say it's not common that I have this much to show, but it has been 2 months and it has been my birthday, and it's a lot to catch up on, isn't it? So I was thinking I didn't have enough to show you earlier than now, but when I record, I feel like I could probably have been recording without having this much. Also, all of the acquisitions take some time as well. Well, it's starting to get darker here now. Time to make some food. Time to prepare for this upcoming work week. It is a session in Strasbourg now this week, which means that all of us has a lot to do, working with all of the texts that has to be translated to all of the EU official languages. And I work with the Swedish translation unit, yeah, it'll be exciting. Now I've been here a few weeks, so all the time I get more feeling of what will happen and what it means to be working there, and what you have to do, and why it's a very complex job, is my feeling. So I will be doing that this week. I'm in a group who will be visiting the sessions in Brussels, and that will be very exciting. So looking forward to that. So until next time, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. I'm really blessed to be able to do this. It's so fun to talk about what I do and to look at it later, I think. So, if you want to join me on Instagram, I'm called knits.by.elin. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. But I would like to get in touch with you. It's just fun. I wish you a pleasant day, a pleasant evening, happy knitting or crocheting or whatever you do, and take care. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
you.